Welcome to the FMC Motorsport Workshop. Today I'm here with Rafa. How are you, Rafa? How are you, sir? Relax. Well, guys, this is a video for those who want to assemble their first Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3. And, of course, anyone who needs maintenance can come here at FMC, here in Sao Paulo, in the Morumbi neighborhood, but I'll have to come, Sonia. Anyone who needs it can call us here. Well, let's go. We're going to talk now about Stage 1, Stage 2 and Stage 3 for 3rd generation EA888 engines. This video is more suitable for the 3rd generation, but they also service 2nd generation and 1st generation engines, okay guys? So, Rafa will start here by explaining to you what parts you need and how much power you can get with the FMC maps. Well, guys, let's start with the most basic preparation, which would be a Stage 1. Stage 1, we can achieve a result here in the 3rd generation EA888. It is 265 to 270 horsepower. And what is necessary for us to do a Stage 1 preparation is the first car is 100% in order, overhauled, right? And in terms of performance, a filter in the box, that's already a good start. And the reprogramming of the EQ. That's the basics for us to have a Stage 1. Also remembering that, as he pointed out, it is important that you do stages 1, 2 or 3, what do you have to look at? Oh, you went to Dino, did the map, didn't get the expected power. You have to check if the spark plugs are good. If you haven't changed the spark plugs and the spark plugs are there 20, 30, 40, 50,000 kilometers, it may be that the spark plug is not giving the correct spark to deliver the real power. So, like that, it's not just about checking the map and expecting the map to magically appear. That doesn't exist. If the maintenance is up to date, it will deliver 100%. If the maintenance is not up to date, it will not deliver. There are no miracles, okay? So, if the coil is bad, it will have to be replaced. If the spark plug is bad, it will have to be replaced. Precisely to achieve quality power. Quality power only comes with quality parts and quality maintenance, okay guys? Now he will explain to you the issue of Stage 2. Here we have two A3 audios, Stage 2. But the difference here is that each one will have a different audience. Here is the audience that wants a Stage 2 car with regular gasoline, and here is an audience that wants to run on ethanol, okay? So he will explain to you the details of each preparation. Well, guys, in Stage 2 we can start very basic, the same items as in Stage 1, a box filter, an ECU reprogramming, and then what changes is the installation of the downpipe. The injection map also changes a little because of the downpipe. The setup is a little different. And we can do a basic Stage 2. You can also install one in the turbine's let pipe, install a muffler delete on the turbine, and the rest of the exhaust. And we also have some fuel options. We can do a Stage 2 on regular gasoline, we can do a Stage 2 on podium gasoline, and we can do a Stage 2 on a mixture of ethanol and gasoline, an E63, for example. So, basically, if we look at it, we have a Stage 2, let's say, economy, map and downpipe. And if you want to improve it, you can even maybe get a little more power, install a quality intake, install a boost pipe. It is not necessary to install an intercooler in Stage 2. But if you have a spare Dino, it is a cool upgrade to do, especially because if you put an LED, a muffler, a boost pipe, an intercooler, well, it is more than what you need for the ST. It is certainly much more than what you need, but it will certainly yield a few more horsepower and you are already kind of prepared, in case in the future you want to make the jump to a TR, okay guys? And here, in my opinion, I drive mine on regular gasoline. My map is for regular gasoline. Most of the time I get on the podium. Why did I make mine on regular gasoline? Because I will not always find a podium on the road if I go on long trips. So I end up going this way here, because it is my type of use. In his type of use, for him, he likes to drive on ethanol more. Explain to us a little bit the difference in gains between regular gasoline and ethanol, and also the benefits of one side and the other, right? What is beneficial and what is not? Well, guys, in Stage 2. Here, for example, in the nobleman's car, we have Stage 2 in regular gasoline. He was explaining how easy it is to fill up, right? You can find regular fuel at any gas station, and you get excellent power. Well, since Stage 2 produces about 290 horsepower in regular gasoline. And in the case of my car, we made a tweak to the E63. So, when I go to fill up at the gas station, I put in 50% gasoline and 50% ethanol. So, since regular gasoline has ethanol added, we have a proportion of 60% total ethanol in the fuel. In this case, we can get about 310 horsepower, which is a significant gain. We have some advantages, for example, it slightly reduces the tendency for the vehicle to carbonize. It doesn't work miracles, but it helps a little and we can abuse it a little, have a slightly more aggressive map. It will yield a little more, but for that we need to have the injectors in order, the fuel pump in order, especially an upgrade of the low-pressure fuel flute. We need to have the aluminum flute. And I consider it very important, in any proportion of ethanol-gasoline mixture, to have a pressure gauge that identifies this mixture in the tank, so we know if we are getting it right when refueling, because, depending on the quality of the gasoline at the gas station, it can change the amount of ethanol present in it and, then, it can, influence the car's setup. Sometimes the car can fail, it may not perform the way it used to. So, I think it is very important when you prepare a mixture of ethanol and gasoline, to use a pressure gauge. There are several options on the market, but it is important to use a pressure gauge that measures the percentage of ethanol in the gasoline, so that you know exactly what you have in the tank and even what is good for you to have. The pressure gauge is that, in addition to always having the correct mixture, you also end up going to some gas stations that end up adulterating the gasoline. For example, mine only runs on gasoline. I have the pressure gauge too, but I have already been to gas stations that adulterate the gasoline. Why? Because on my pressure gauge I know that the gasoline will run at most 28% alcohol, and I have already been to gas stations that were showing 40%, but my car only runs on gasoline, so it shouldn't be showing. So it also serves this purpose in this matter of being able to help you. And also the other advantage is, for example, in my case, in the future I will upgrade the map to alcohol. Why? Because here if I do on the podium and I go traveling, I am forced to find a gas station with a podium and I still have to be lucky that the gas station is not adulterated. Now, on this side, with ethanol, I might get some adulterated stuff, maybe, but I can find ethanol and regular gasoline at any gas station. So any trip to any place here will also work for me. Only the podium would not work for me, and also the map from regular to podium. Today we have the option of the M63. What is the advantage? I don't see much advantage in only going to the podium, making a map for the podium. Why? Because the difference in power between regular gasoline and the podium is not very big, and between the podium and the M63 is not very big either. So it is in the middle there where you say, let's suppose here comes 290 on the podium, let's say that it comes at 295 and here comes 310. Then you say, wow, for 5 horsepower I'd rather gain more power and go to this one here that is already in the E63. The only thing is that you always have to be careful when you fill up the tank to fill it up correctly. And if there are other people in your house who use your car, they need to be well informed about fueling, because if someone comes in there, fills the tank with gas or alcohol, there will be problems. So, whoever uses the car needs to know very well that it is a tuned car and how to fill it up. Okay, guys, you can't just leave it in the hands of anyone and tell them to fill it up. This is very important for you to have an idea of whether more people use your car. Now we're going to stage 3. Stage 3 will give you an estimate. Why? Because stage 3 varies a lot. You can install a 5, 10, 15, or $20,000 or $30,000 turbine. And this will vary according to how much you want to invest, because in stage 3 the options for tune-up parts to get more power increase a lot. So it will go through the basic stage 3, the average that can be obtained, and then a little more complete, but it varies a lot, okay? So it is not possible to provide this guaranteed power with certainty. Why? Because it depends a lot on how much you want to invest in your car. Remember, guys, that all the power we are talking about here in the video is power measured at the wheel and without any correction. And also remember that the cars are 100% up to date with maintenance. That is why the power is guaranteed. If you do not have 100% up-to-date maintenance, there is no miracle. As I said, if you do not have up-to-date maintenance, you will not reach the power. Moving on to stage 3, the ideal is for us to have an inlet muffler, right? And in stage 3 we will have a very large variation of projects. You can do a conservative and economical stage 3, you can do a stage 3 with more power. So everything will depend on your use, on what you need from the car. So, in the TR stage, we can have anything from a more conservative one, around 340 horsepower, to a more aggressive one that exceeds 400 horsepower. So, in stage 3, what do we need? We need to have a larger turbine, or a hybrid turbine, or a turbine with a larger housing. Yes, we need to upgrade the power supply. If we have a more basic stage 3, with a not so large turbine, we can just upgrade the low-end pump. If we are going to drive in a stage 3, on a mixture of ethanol and gasoline, an E60, an E85, we will need, in addition to the low-end pump, an upgrade of the nozzle as well. In stage 3, we recommend having a good intercooler. A boost pipe is optional, but it helps a lot. In general, it is essential. A good intake also helps, because the car will have a larger turbine, it will breathe better, so it has to have a larger air intake. We can do all types of projects, maintaining a good safety margin and meeting your needs, the proposal that your car needs. We can develop a project that will meet your use, make a more customized project for each one. And another question, in this project that you mentioned, is it necessary to add a high revving pump booster or not? It is possible to do stage 3 without a high revving pump booster, but when we get close to 400 revolutions per minute, a little past 400 revolutions per minute, we will need a high revving pump booster as well to be able to have a good supply to sustain the power. And then, going from there, it is the same thing he mentioned, it depends a lot on how much you want to invest. If you say, hey, I want to invest only in a bigger turbine or intercooler, it won't reach 400 revolutions per minute, it will reach 400 revolutions per minute, it will have less power. Hey, I want to run on alcohol, I will be able to get a little more, just on gasoline, it will reduce a lot. So all of this has to be discussed. You have to go to the shop, bring your car, talk to him, tell him about your project, do the math, see which project will fit the power you want, okay? So it's easier for you to go there and say, hey, I want to get 400 horsepower. He'll put together a project with all the parts that will guarantee the durability of your engine for 400 horsepower. Well, I want to run with 350. He'll choose the turbine that will be most suitable for 350 and the parts that are really necessary, because it varies a lot. If a project has 350, maybe you don't need to reinforce the high revving pump, but if you want to reach 400, you will need it. So all of this has to be discussed. So you have to first choose a power so that he can put together the project for you, to reach the power you want with the parts necessary to maintain the durability of your engine. Okay, guys, in stage 4, do you also build it or not? We can also assemble stage 4. It would be a more extreme option, right? In stage 4, we will need basically everything we have in stage 3, but we will have an engine that can handle that power. There are stage 4 cars that run at 500, 600 horsepower. It is a more extreme preparation. So the original engine without a forged piston and connecting rod, without being dimensioned for that power, will not be able to handle it. Well, going through that, then, we can say here that we have both cars assembled. Both cars have been assembled for a while. And another question is, Rafa, how long does it take here at the workshop to assemble a stage 1? The customer brought the car, came here, handed it over to you, and said, I want a stage 1. How long does it take to be ready? On average, the car leaves with it ready. Yes, stage 2 will also involve the installation of the DPIP. It will depend a little on whether you are going to install the rest of the exhaust, some peripherals, but stage 2 can be done in one day. Yes, stage 3 can be assembled in one day as well. Also, as long as you have all the parts on hand. But ideally you should consider at least 2 days, because in stage 3, since it is already a turbine, a customized turbine, right, the dimensions can vary a lot. We need to record some logs of the car, test it, because parameters can change from one project to another. But in general, it is, having all the parts on hand, all the preparations up to stage 3 are very quick to be done. In other words, stages 1 and 2 are practically brought and left on the same day, already accelerating, already with a smile on your face, with the highest power, and stage TR takes a little longer. Stage 4, there is definitely no way to deliver it quickly, you have to have a little more time because there is a lot that needs to be done, okay guys? So for those of you who just want to do maintenance that also needs it, there is no point in just accelerating without doing maintenance. Come here to the FMC workshop. Rafa can serve you in the best way possible. Most of the products used here are genuine Volkswagen. Others that are not genuine Volkswagen that he recommends are from even better brands, such as Motu, Liquim, 8 brake fluid or even brake pads, a Brembo that is a quality brand. The gearheads really like cars and like cars that are prepared, so you know that they are good brands and that here they always use quality parts, always the first ones that they use, and, of course, I always recommend the parts based on their knowledge. So, the more cars they service, the more problems they find in the cars, the more cars they prepare, the more they learn which are the best parts with cost benefit that will give you the best result and the best warranty for your car. If you want to assemble your car, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 or anything else, come here to FMC. It's here in Marumbi, they'll be able to assist you, set up your project there to make it stronger, or even if you're not one of those people who speeds, but like the aesthetics part and want to keep your maintenance up to date, Rafa will be able to assist you. Deal, guys? Thanks, Rafa. Thanks a lot. If you need it, guys, I'll leave the contact details for you now in the video. Contact details so you can get a quote, both for preparation and maintenance. And, of course, the address for you. If you want, stop by here, come and visit the workshop. Big hug, guys. Bye.